How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? We are live. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sunday Night Heat right here on No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast, your Canadian WWE podcast that talks about the WWE and No Holds Barred on anything we say, pun intended. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at No Holds Barred WP. You can also follow us on Instagram at No Holds Barred WP if you're into that sort of stuff as well. You can watch the podcast right here on youtube.com/NHBWR as we are live right here on YouTube. You can then listen to the podcast on the go if you would like on Spreaker, iTunes, and Stitcher by searching up No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast. And if you are listening to us on iTunes or Stitcher, be sure to hit that 5-star rating for us. Everything is appreciated, guys. I'm your host of the Sunday Night Heat, at Real Kyle Masters. You can follow me on Twitter, Kyle Masters, as I just said, right here. And this is the WWE News and Rumors Show every Sunday right here on the channel. And I go over any WWE news and rumors. And this week has been a little iffy for some news. There's not actually a lot this week, but there's a couple of trending topics, as one is the most important one of the show, and that is the future plans for the Shiled, and will they be facing the Miz Taraj at TLC? I got some news on that, so that'll be at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that, and I got some minor news here and there leading up to the big story, as always, and that's what we do right here on the Sunday Night Heat. I think I just got a notification for more news. No, I didn't. I thought I did. Thought I could add to some news today, but guess not. We're not going to get that much. Tiffany's in the chat. What's going on? You're not feeling well, but wanted to show love. Thank you, Tiffany, as we show love to your podcast. Guys, Tiffany is from That Ass Podcast. Go check them out if you're into podcasts about or looking for podcasts about relationships. They deal with a lot of topics dealing with relationships, a lot of good stuff, and do a lot of hilarious content. They interact with you guys all the time. Go check them out, That Ass Podcast on YouTube. I'll leave a link in the description after I'm done this, and go follow them on Twitter at That Ass Podcast. You can follow Tiffany and James, the other host, as well. So go check them out, guys. They do really, really great stuff, and they're good supporters of this podcast as well, as we support them as well. So Tiffany, I hope you get better. I know I'm just recovering from a cold too, so I apologize if that episode, guys, if my voice does sound weird or it kind of just goes out. I've been recovering from a cold all fucking week. I had a really terrible sinus infection last weekend. That's why I never did the Sunday Night Heat. It was just killer, and I'm still trying to recover from it. If you guys know what being sick's like, it sucks. So if I do sound terrible, I do apologize. So we'll move on from that. But thank you, Tiffany, for showing some love. And guys, go check out That Ass Podcast. So I got some news today, and we'll just start off right off the bat, guys. Michael Cole is to miss Monday Night Raw this week. This is actually kind of like huge news if you're really into the whole commentary thing. And actually, you know, it is huge because of what how much of Michael Cole's missed time in the past 20 years is astonishing. So this week episode of Monday Night Raw takes place in Denver, Colorado. The show has some big matches announced already, including Roman Reigns versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship, which Roman Reigns is probably going to win, let's be honest here. And Braun Strowman versus Seth Rollins, and I really don't get that match either. Like, Seth Rollins is just going to get... If they're going to keep building up Strowman as this big guy, and now he's just going to lose the next couple of matches after he lost to Brock Lesnar, then why do I give a shit about Braun Strowman? Seriously, you can't sit here and tell me how I'm supposed to give a shit about Braun Strowman, because I can't see Seth Rollins losing this match. To be honest, I don't see Strowman coming in here and just destroying Seth Rollins. And what the hell is the point of these guys even having a match? And they're building it as one of the two main events of Raw. So I'm picking Rollins in this match for sure this Monday. Anyways, back to the news. There's also been an announced team change. Michael Cole will be missing Raw this week. Cole will be attending his son's wedding and will be replaced by Tom Phillips. Here's what WWE posted, quote, Michael Cole will miss this Monday night's Raw in Denver to attend his son's wedding. WWE.com can confirm instead the night's action, including Seth Rollins versus Strowman and the Intercontinental Championship between Roman Reigns and The Miz, will be called by SmackDown Live's Tom Phillips. So Tom Phillips will be doing double duty this week. So he'll be doing Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. That's pretty interesting. I think Tom Phillips, it looks like he's going to be the next Michael Cole, to be honest. And a lot of podcasters are out there saying this when they were reporting this news, that it looks like they're kind of going to groom Tom Phillips into the next Michael Cole. And I can kind of see that. Tom Phillips is young enough that they have lots of time with this guy. And you know what? He does do some good work on the commentary desk. I'll give him that. He just he sounds less what am I trying to say? Michael Cole sounds more scripted than Tom Phillips does. So I think Tom Phillips can do a good job if Michael Cole eventually would leave the desk in there. I remember there were rumors a while back that Michael Cole really wanted to leave the commentary team and do some more backstage stuff instead of being out there. So hopefully this is a chance for Tom Phillips to show that he can take the reins of Michael Cole's spot on the commentary team, full team. So we'll see. And maybe this will be the big test for Tom Phillips. Back to the rest of this article. This will be the only second time in Michael Cole's career that he has missed Raw, which is impressive. And that is very impressive. Only the second time in his entire career that he's missed Monday Night Raw. That's nuts, man. You think about it, man. These guys are, what, once, twice a week? Michael Cole used to do twice a week. He used to do SmackDown, too. And he hasn't missed Raw in 20 years. That's insane, man. You think about all the Raws that he attended and didn't have one sick day or one absence, 20 straight years. That's a lot of dedication right there. So I'll give props to Michael Cole there. This marks only the second time in 20 years that Michael Cole is considered the voice of the WWE and has missed a week of WWE television broadcasts. So, you know what? I think it's good for Michael Cole to kind of get away a little bit and finally take a break and to go now enjoy his son's wedding. So, you know what? That's awesome. And I hope Michael Cole has a fun time at his son's wedding, man. He should be at his son's wedding. You shouldn't be at I think a guy shouldn't be at a wedding without at least both of his parents. I mean, in my mind, I think both parents should be there, but, you know, Michael Cole doing the right thing here and going to his son's wedding, and I really appreciate that. So that's going to be interesting to see this week without a Michael Cole. And you know what? It is kind of a break for us from Michael Cole, and he can be a little cringe sometimes. We all know he loves to, the big dog, and it's boss tie. Like, oh, my God. I really don't even want to do that impression anymore. It's a little cringe sometimes, so it's a nice breath of fresh air from Michael Cole this week on Raw. Let's move on to some other news. We got WWE DVD plans for 2018, and if you guys are into that, collecting WWE DVDs or, you know, all that stuff, I got some news on that and the future release of some DVDs, and this kind of can play towards what WWE is planning at those times. You know, they like to release DVDs at the time that certain superstar or that certain person is getting a moment on television. So this kind of gives you an idea of what's going on in the future of WWE a little bit. There are several interesting DVD concepts that are rumored for the next year. This includes features on The Shiled and AJ Styles. Thanks to a report from Mike Johnson of the PW Insider, here's a list of the plans for the 2018 WWE DVD list. So we start off with the best of 17 DVD set for Raw and SmackDown. So they've been doing that for the last couple of years. So this includes pay-per-view matches and for the first time NXT matches. So that's awesome. So they're going to include the best of NXT in 2017 into it. So I really like that. 30th anniversary of SummerSlam DVD. I'm not sure. Maybe they're going to pick like the best SummerSlam. There's not really any details around that. Maybe they're picking like the best SummerSlam matches. That'd be kind of cool. There's actually a lot in the past, maybe not recently, as we all know. But there's some good SummerSlam matches from the past they can include on that. And they'll probably include some of the ones from the last 4 years that were actually horrible. But to them, they think it's great and deservingly enough be on a DVD. So we'll see what happens with that. 25th anniversary of Monday Night Raw DVD. That should be sick. They should include a lot of good moments there and a lot of good matches from Monday Night Raw over the past 25 years. A DVD devoted to the Shiled. So, you know, like those ones they do like recently with Kevin Owens and Goldberg, and someone to just all based on the Shiled. So that's interesting, and that kind of, again, like I said, it plays into what's actually happening on TV. So we got DVD of the Shiled on the way. We got the Best of the Hardys DVD. That is one I'm probably going to pick up. They've had lots of great matches in the past, and I would love to see what they're going to include on this Best of Hardys DVD. I already have a couple matches in my head right now I'm thinking about, and hopefully they include on this Best of the Hardys. And watch, you know, in a couple years, if they go along, we'll get the a broken collection of Matt Hardy. That'd be hilarious. We got Unreleased, it's quoted, collections featuring Randy Savage and Shawn Michaels. That's an interesting DVD right there. A featured DVD on AJ Styles. Haven't had one of those yet, so that's going to be interesting. And I wonder if they're going to be showing any footage of TNA. I think there's a rumor saying that there actually has footage from the TNA library, so who knows if that's true or not. We'll see if they include it into that DVD of AJ Styles next year. We got a Shane McMahon's Craziest Moments DVD. He's actually getting his own DVD. I was waiting for one of these to come out. Of just like Shane McMahon's like insane jumps, insane like just like his cage dive at WrestleMania. Like, we're just gonna get a compilation of all like Shane's like insane moments. I wonder if he's actually gonna be like doing the commentary for it in like in between clips. That'd be funny. So that's crazy. I'd like to see that DVD. And lastly, a collection of the WWE 24 documentary. So it's like a three. I'm not guessing it's like a 3-disc set of like all the good WWE 24 documentaries. I think that's what it is. That's interesting. I wondered if they would ever do something like that, and it looks like they're gonna go ahead like that. So I don't know, WWE 24 series. If you guys love that, and it looks like they're gonna do a collection of that stuff. So that's it for the 2018 DVD list for WWE, and looks like they're gonna be going around the Hardys, the Shield, AJ Styles, and Shane McMahon. Next bit of news, we got details on how No Mercy has apparently locked in plans for WrestleMania 34. Again, this news we already know, and we already been like talking about the last couple of weeks. And if you guys follow the rumor mill and you guys see right through it, it would be bullshit. You know what the hell they're gonna do. I don't understand why they actually think it's gonna be a good main event. They'll be the most predictable WrestleMania main event in the world if they continue down this path. And it looks like with this article they are going to. So let me read it, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts on it. So here we go. The No Mercy pay-per-view is officially in the history books. The event saw Brock Lesnar retain his WWE Universal title against Braun Strowman, probably the worst match I've ever seen, and the most anticlimactic match I've ever seen. We also saw a big match between Roman Reigns and John Cena, which seen John Cena deliver 4 AAs and Roman Reigns kick out of every single fucking one of them, and then Roman Reigns delivering 1 spear, and then Cena not being able to kick out of 1 spear. Cena! The guy that's used to kicking out of everything can't kick out of 1 fucking spear. Tell me that. Riddle me that. It looks like both of these matches locked in plans for WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans. Fantastic. It's been a long rumored that the main event of WrestleMania 34 will be Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. This has been rumored since prior to WrestleMania 33. So we already know about this fucking main event before WrestleMania 33 even happened. That's all like fixated Vince McMahon is on this match, man. He doesn't give a shit. He'll put all the product aside and put the most garbage product on TV just so he can have his fucking prize main event, apparently, of Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, which is ridiculous. You already had these guys fight at WrestleMania. Why are you so fixated on them going again? It's not going to be any fucking different than the one at 31. But you're not going to have a cash-in. It's still going to be a horrible match. Come on, Vince. According to Dave Meltzer in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, No Mercy played a big role in setting this up. The plan, according to Meltzer, is for WWE to build up Brock and Reigns as strong as possible for their match at WrestleMania. Are you fucking kidding me? So you telling me these guys are just going to run over everybody? They're going to sacrifice belittling every other person on the roster just so these guys can look at their strongest? Come on. You can't even tell me that Roman Reigns is in the same level as Brock Lesnar either. This guy, you can't tell me that Brock Lesnar is not going to be able to hit 1 F5 or 1 suplex on Roman Reigns. We saw that fucking match at WrestleMania. It's all at 31. You're telling me by now Roman Reigns is just even better wrestler and a stronger than Brock Lesnar? Give me a fucking break. He's done nothing since then to make me believe that shit. It's bullshit. Complete bullshit. Anyways, as a result, he had a clear plan for sorry. Went along ahead here. According to Dave Meltzer in the latest Wrestling, okay, No Mercy played a big role. I lost the track. Lost my track here. Look as strong as possible for the WrestleMania. As a result, he had a clear plan for No Mercy. Both Brock and Roman won their matches clean, with no controversial finishes. As noted prior, Vince was reportedly happy with how No Mercy went. No fucking shit, he was happy with how it went because he booked it. What, he'd be happy? He'd be unhappy at something he books? I don't get that. Don't sit here and tell me, Vince, that you would be unhappy for Roman Reigns winning a match. Like, give me a fucking break. Like, of course he's happy. He's setting up his little dream match in his head that he's the only one that's going to fucking, like, or the other Roman fangirls or for Roman fans or just that lick his ass every single time will love that match. Bullshit. Bullshit. The idea will be for Brock and Reigns to clearly be established as the two biggest stars in the company before WrestleMania 34. I cringe every line I read in this article here, with nobody else on their level. As I just said, Roman Reigns is not even on Brock Lesnar's level, so I don't know how the fuck they're gonna do that. Lesnar has defeated everybody and remains the strongest book star in WWE at the moment. That I can agree with. The idea is that Reigns beating Lesnar at WrestleMania will be a big moment based on how strong Brock has looked the past year. Are you kidding me? No one is going to believe that. No matter who you put in front of Brock Lesnar, which right now is like nobody else. They have rumored plans of Finn Balor. Like, him beating Finn Balor is going to make me think that, he beat Finn Balor. I mean, Roman Reigns is definitely going to beat Brock Lesnar. Give me a fucking break. This is ridiculous. I can't believe how fixated Mr. McMahon is on getting this match over and trying to get Brock built so strong so that when Roman beats him, people are going to still believe the same shit. Nothing is going to change in any of this. This is the biggest horse crap I've ever read. It's funny. It's funny how bad it is. That's why I'm laughing. It's that terrible. Unbelievable. If they wanted to do it right, they wouldn't be putting Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. I'm telling you right now, it goes back to what I said. It would be John Cena and Roman Reigns in a rematch at Royal Rumble, and you have these guys you have Cena win at the Royal Rumble, and you have Roman Reigns win at WrestleMania, beating John Cena in their rubber match. You can put it for the Universal Championship. You can put the Universal title on John Cena because you know he's going to want to win that once before he ends his career. And then that's how you do it. I don't care if Roman Reigns beats John Cena for the Universal title at WrestleMania. It's something I'd rather see more than Brock fucking Lesnar again and them doing this current plan that I just fucking read to you guys. I would love that way more. I don't care if we've seen it twice or 3 times already. At least it makes more fucking sense than what you have planned right now for Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. I'm just saying. That's my opinion. You can believe it or not, or you can go with me or not. You have your opinions out there. That's just mine. I think it's complete horse crap what they're doing right now, and they're literally sacrificing the product in order to get this match through. It's terrible. And speaking of Vince McMahon, let's go on to the next article here. Vince McMahon's rumored reaction to the Bullet Club invasion on last Monday Night Raw. As you likely heard by now, the Bullet Club invaded Raw this week. Well, they didn't invade Raw. They invaded the outside in the parking lot. That includes Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, Adam Hangman Page, and Marty Scurll. They appeared outside of the arena before Raw started. Nothing came of it except some great content for their Being the Elite YouTube channel. Turns out that Vince McMahon wasn't too happy was what happened. No shit, he wasn't happy. You think Vince McMahon is sitting inside listening to these Bullet Club rumors and them outside he's sitting there going, oh, that's cool. Ooh. No. Of course, articles like this is like, no fucking shit, he's not happy. Here's some rumors floating around. Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer Live had this to say, quote, all I can tell you about this is that Vince McMahon did not find it funny at all. I don't know what this means or what can he even do. Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer Forum had this to say, WWE was furious last night. I thought they would laugh it off as an insignificant or ironic, and ironic, and couldn't have been more wrong. So WWE's pissed that there is a Bullet Club invasion outside. Probably because I think they're just more pissed because the Bullet Club stole the idea of the WCW invasion with the DX thing. And now that the Bullet Club tried doing it, they're trying to get more popularity. And then WWE does see them as a threat. Okay, they're not sitting there. If they were laughing it off, then they wouldn't have seen them as a threat. But because they're not laughing and they're pissed off, they're seeing it as a threat. And then we see what happened after, which is going to be the next article I'm going to read to you, and what they've done to the Young Bucks. And that makes absolutely no sense. It's complete garbage. Of course, Vince is going to be pissed off at this. But you know what? I thought it was pretty funny. I didn't think they were ever going to get into the arena. That'd be hilarious. I was actually expecting maybe the the club or Finn Balor to make mention of it, but obviously Vince, if he wasn't happy, he was going to make sure no one said a peep out of it. And there are people saying that like the whole Goldust and Finn Balor thing happened was like a kind of like a shot at the people outside and a shot at Cody Rhodes. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't think anything is going to come of it, but we'll see what happens with this next article and what comes out of it. And that is they're to be hitting the Young Bucks with a cease and desist on the too sweet hand gesture. Yep, WWE put a cease and desist on a hand gesture. Let's see how far this goes. If you're a fan of the Young Bucks and their Being the Elite YouTube channel, you know that on the ongoing storyline about them is receiving a cease and desist from the WWE. It turns out, according to a new report, that they were actually sent a real cease and desist by the WWE. Here are the details. According to a report by Ryan Satin of the Pro Wrestling Sheet, the Young Bucks were hit with a real cease and desist by the WWE for the Too Sweet hand gesture. So this. The report says WWE has reached out to them and told them that they own the copyright to the Too Sweet hand gesture and have found out that they have been using it in other wrestling promotions. Give me a sec, guys. Sucks about being sick. So let me get this straight. WWE is reaching out to them now after the Young Bucks have been doing it for, what, a year and a half, maybe longer? They've been fucking doing this in every other company, and now you want to hit them with a cease and desist. What, because they were outside your arena gaining a crowd of all Marks and Bullet Club fans? Give me a fucking break. You think this is one of these things WWE could just tuck under the rug or just forget about because it actually, like, it's not going to do anything to their company. They're not going to take over Raw. They're not going to come inside the arena. But because if they're doing this, they give it a cease and desist on a fucking hand gesture. That's like someone putting a cease and desist on the peace sign because they think they own it because they thought they did it first one year. Like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. You can't do that. WWE says the Bucks need to stop using their copyright in the ring or in any other merchandise moving forward. If not, they could be sued for $150,000 in damages or potentially even more. You've got to be fucking... This is like the most ridiculous thing I've read today. Unbelievable. WWE putting a cease and desist on a hand gesture. Give me a fucking break, WWE. Fucking suck it up and move on. You tell us fans. The fact that they go and tell us fans to suck it up and have wrestlers do it, tell us to suck it up and accept their product. How about you suck it up and just let the Young Bucks use it? Why does it bother you? I don't understand that. Why the hell does it actually bother you? I'm sorry, I find it so hilarious. The report also says that the Bucks have contacted a lawyer and are currently fighting out their options. I hope so, because that must be the stupidest thing in the world. And I think the Bucks are just preparing for the worst, and I think they're already selling used ring gear with all their they use like trunks or long tights with all the hand gestures on it. I just find it fucking ridiculous, man. Like WWE, you really had to go that far, and you didn't know what? You didn't know for a year and a half that they were doing that? Give me a fucking break. You knew all this time. You're just butthurt because they were outside your arena causing a little chaos that really had nothing that did nothing for your product on the TV. I don't understand, man. The WWE is just a bunch of freaking babies in this case. And no, that's all I got to say about that. We're going to move on here. Got some this is a funny article. I found it hilarious. I was laughing really hard when I first see it. Now it's just like, okay, whatever. He can do what he wants to do. But Enzo Amore reported to be starting a second career. Yep. Enzo Amore is a name that has been in wrestling news a lot over the past several months. There have been plenty of stories about Enzo having some backstage heat with the WWE locker room. This includes getting kicked off a WWE bus by Roman Reigns. His backstage heat is something that has been referenced on WWE television as well. There are some rumors floating around that Enzo could be looking into a second career for himself. Whether this means that he's preparing in case he gets fired and he has a backup plan, I don't know. According to Dave Meltzer in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, Enzo is looking to start, and you're hearing this right, a rap career. A rap career. Yes, that's right. He's going to be starting a rap career. And in the chat, I got another message. The secret detective, one of the goddess of tricks is here. Oh, so that's you. Okay, I've been wondering what is going on. Cupid Girl, I think you are on Twitter. What is going on? Joining in the chat right here on the Sunday Night Heat. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Enzo Amore is going to be he wants to look at starting a rap career. Holy crap. I mean, he's good on the mic and he's good at rhyming and stuff. I just don't know how good of the songs are going to be. So, I don't know, it's one of those things where I kind of be like, okay, I kind of have to wait for him to actually release something in order for me to judge it. According to the report, if he does, he would not be able to use the name Enzo Amore. Well, no shit. I think WWE does own that. Our WWE released a video last year with the music producer CFO $. They had a lot of praise for Enzo as a rapper. Okay, so Enzo's gonna become he's got basically has a fallout plan right now in case he gets fired at WWE or by WWE, and then he's gonna become a rapper. Okay, sure, why not? Yeah, Enzo Amore looking at a rap career if he, I guess, falls out of WWE. Sure, why not? Move on. We got some more news here. WWE reportedly interested in bringing back a former Divas champion to the company. This is interesting. There is a rumor floating around about WWE having interest in bringing back a former WWE Divas champion to the company. According to Dave Meltzer in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, WWE has interest in bringing back Celeste Bonin to the company. She, of course, is known by WWE fans as Caitlyn. You might remember her as a former Divas champion or from her winning the 3rd season of NXT. This was back when NXT was doing these like season things, the next WWE superstar, and they had like seasons of it in, and there'd be a winner at the end of it. She left the company in 2014 to pursue other opportunities. Caitlyn posted a photo a few days of her getting back in the ring to train on Instagram, and if I can find it right now, I can actually read you guys what she posted on it. It'll take me 2 seconds here. Probably should have had it up for you guys. Here we go, and it's right here. She put, holy fuck, I haven't sweat this much in a long time. I spent the morning training at Main Event Training Center with at Pablo Marquez 94 and his crew. A huge thanks to everyone for putting up with my rusty ass. I haven't wrestled in 4 years. I forgot how fun and exhausting it is. Hashtag main event, hashtag pro wrestling, hashtag I'm old, hashtag and out of shape. So I don't know if WWE is seeing that, and maybe they're thinking about, okay, if she's getting back in the ring, maybe we can do something with her on NXT. We can bring her back as like a Mickie James kind of role. You know, I wouldn't be against bringing back Caitlyn if she ends up being okay in the ring and shaking off all that rust. And she was all right wrestler back in the day. I mean, I tuned in and out of the era back then. They called the PG era of WWE back then. So I kind of seen a couple of her matches. But if she's getting back into shape and getting better, then I wouldn't be opposed to her bringing her back as a kind of like a Mickie James role, like a girl to put people over in the WWE. So she get back into shape. We'll see what happens with Caitlyn. Let's go on some more news here. Rumors on when Brock Lesnar will be back on WWE TV. And I ranted a lot about this on the Lowdown show, saying that we're not going to get Lesnar for like what until Royal Rumble now, because he's not going to be on TV with the Universal title. But with this article, there's some hope. Brock Lesnar successfully defended his Universal Championship at No Mercy against Braun Strowman. Brock did not appear on Monday Night Raw this past week to start a new feud for the title. This means that he more than likely won't be defending his belt at TLC pay-per-view in October. So when should we expect Brock Lesnar to return? According to the report of the PW Insider, the next show that Brock is advertised is on November 13th in Atlanta. This is a Raw go-home show for the Survivor Series pay-per-view. All right, so it looks like we're getting Brock for Survivor Series. Maybe. We noted prior that Brock isn't being advertised for Survivor Series pay-per-view, leaving his status for the event in serious question. Seems odd to book Brock. Seems odd that Brock would wrestle at Survivor Series with only a week to build a match. We have seen Brock appear at events in the past where he would just work in a dark match after the show. Could this be the case here? But this could be the case here, but we will have to wait and see. Looks like fans shouldn't expect to see Brock for the month of October if this is true. You know what? So if he's booked for the Raw before Survivor Series, I highly doubt that he's just going to show up there for a dark match. It's odd. It may be earlier in the month. Maybe it was like at the beginning of November, and there's a couple weeks to build for Survivor Series, and they kind of just wanted to build a Raw for whatever reason. Maybe they're in a shitty town or something. Whatever. That you know what? I kind of agree with. If you're going to put Brock Lesnar on a Raw Raw go-home show for Survivor Series, I think they're probably going to do something with Brock at Survivor Series. You can book a Brock Lesnar match. I know I don't agree with it. You can book a Brock Lesnar match for Survivor Series without him actually being on TV. They can have Paul Heyman show up on TV for the 3 weeks before Survivor Series, and they can do like a build like that. They can do a pre-recorded via satellite tape like they've done with the Braun Strowman thing. He doesn't really necessarily have to be there in this case, in which I think that's probably what's going to happen. And I think with the rumored of Finn Balor being next in line for the Universal title, I think we're actually going to get it now at Survivor Series. And I think that's a good place to have it. I mean, it's a Big Four pay-per-view. You want to have your Universal title on the line. You don't just want to have the WWE title on the line. You want to have both titles go on that pay-per-view. So I think it's going to be Brock and Finn for sure at Survivor Series for the Universal Championship. And there's just going to be that build with Paul Heyman and maybe like backstage interviews. And then they're going to go face-to-face the week before Survivor Series. And then that's going to build up. And that's going to be your build. I don't necessarily agree with that build, but I think that's probably what's going to happen leading into that match with Finn Balor at Survivor Series. So we'll see what happens in that case. Got some chat messages here from Cuba Girl. Enzo is pretty cool at... They're pretty good at rapping, but I don't really think he's rapper material. Okay, thank you. It's a very interesting comment. I love Caitlyn when she feuded with AJ. Okay, that's the feud I remember her with, and it was actually really good. It was personal, as you just said there. I swear Brock Lesnar needs to stop being so lazy and start putting some balls on in his butt and butts and seats. Putting some balls on his butt and fight. Yeah, I know. I'd love to see more Brock on TV, but it's Brock Lesnar. He does whatever the fuck he wants, so it is what it is. Next bit of news here. Update on the WWE live event Starrcade. If you guys don't know, news broke out a few weeks ago that WWE will be bringing back the old Starrcade name for a live event. This will be taking place in November, which will be held at the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. The event will be headlined by 2 steel cage matches, Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura, and Natalya versus Charlotte Flair. Excuse me. God. This is what I mean about being sick. Sucks, guys. The biggest question that fans have had is whether or not it will be on the WWE Network. I really wondered that because I hope that it is on the network. According to a report of Mike Johnson, the PW Insider, there are no plans for Starrcade to air on the WWE Network. So why the fuck would you build a live event like this then? If you're not going to put it on the WWE Network, why even build it this much and give us the card this far in advance? I don't understand. I think it's going to be on the network. I think plans are going to change. The report also says that Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus the Rock and Roll Express is confirmed for the event. Give me a fucking break, man. I don't even know if I want this on the network anymore. The Rock and Roll Express versus the Club, man. Oh, my God. Whew. Okay. WWE has also not filed for a new trademark for the Starrcade name, according to the report. But here is the updated card for the event. So you have the WWE Championship Steel Cage match between Nakamura and Mahal. You have SmackDown Women's Championship Steel Cage match, Natalya versus Charlotte Flair. You have the United States Triple Threat match, AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin versus Rusev. You have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship Texas Tornado match, the New Day versus the Usos. You have Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler, Breezango versus Aiden English, and Mike Kanellis with Maria Kanellis. I don't think that's definitely going to change now with Maria being pregnant. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus the Rock and Roll Express. It's like the worst thing I've ever heard. Really? The Club versus those old fucks? Come on. I heard JD's take on not putting Starrcade on the network. Who cares if it's not on the network? Yeah, you know what? It's just seeing these matches now is like, yeah, I'd rather not see that in the network now. But the card could change. I mean, look, it's already going to change now with Maria Kanellis being off TV. I doubt the New Day and the Usos are going to have another match against each other. Natalya and Charlotte Flair is terrible with the rumors of Paige, or not the rumors, but Paige is coming back in the next month. This card is definitely going to change up and down, I think, by then. And even if they don't even get the Starrcade name, you know what? It needs to be built better if you're going to have something put on the network. So, I actually kind of agree with it not being on the network now. And, thank God it's nowhere near here and I have to go and watch that shit live. But yeah, it's weird. You know what? To me, if they're gonna go back and get a name like Starrcade, you're gonna want to build it huge. You're gonna want to make it a network special, but you want to do a better job than putting that card up and releasing a card this far in advance for a live event in that case. So we'll see what happens. Maybe they do change it up a bit. We'll see what happens. That's basically it. And we'll move on to the last article of the show, guys, and the big article surrounding the show, and as the updated plans for the Shield. The biggest story coming out, before I do that, I'm going to drink a water here because my throat's killing me. Hate being sick. The biggest story coming out of Monday Night Raw this past week was all of the teasing for a reunion for the Shield. After beating down Roman Reigns, The Miz and The Miztourage did the Shield's signature fist bump over his body, which was awesome. It certainly seems like the Shield could be returning soon. Here's the latest on the Shield and what could happen moving forward. According to Ryan Satin of the Pro Wrestling Sheet, the plans are, in fact, for a Shield reunion to happen at TLC. The popular theory seems to be that the Shield will reunite to face The Miztourage. According to Satin, the Shield versus The Miztourage isn't set in stone for the event. This could just be for the vehicle to bring them back, leading to something bigger. Sources tell us that the Miztourage being their opponents is not set in stone. Sounds like they may just be Sounds like they may just be who brings them back. Oh, sorry, guys. And that is a quote from Ryan Satin. This goes with the rumor that was posted a few days ago saying that Braun Strowman could potentially be involved in the match at TLC since he is feuding with Ambrose and Rollins. We will have to wait and see what happens. So interesting. So now there's a rumor of Braun Strowman being involved in this. So if they're not going to face the Miztourage at TLC, then who the hell is the Shield bringing back? If you're going to bring back the Shield, it's got to be a big match. You can't face the Miztourage because I don't give a fuck about that. The Shield has already have beat these guys one-on-one, and I can't take a Shield versus the Miz and Miztourage credit because that's just like it's such an off match that I don't care about a Shield reunion if you're going to give me that shit. So the fact that there's a rumor with Braun Strowman is very interesting. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with that. Are they going to do with all three members of the Shield versus Braun Strowman alone? Like, to me, that's like very, very anticlimactic, and it's something I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch a 3-on-1 handicap match with a Shield reunion. I think you got to do it 3-on-3, and in my head, the only way you're doing this is if you do Balor Club versus the Shield. I really don't want to see the Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor again. No one wants to see that fucking shit again. We don't want to see a third match. And why would we need to see a third match? Finn Balor's won both matches so far, so why the fuck do I need to see both matches? And yeah, what Secret Detective, Cuba Girl said in the chat, everybody really just wants to get the Shield reunion over with, don't they? Yeah. If they were smart, they would save it for WrestleMania. We wouldn't get this stupid rumored of a coronation between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. If they were smart, they would actually do Balor Club versus the Shield at WrestleMania. That's a WrestleMania-type build. You have Balor reunite with the club, you get them as a heel, or you have the Shield as heel. Either teams can go heel into this match. And then you build that for WrestleMania, and now you have their epic showdown at WrestleMania. I think you can do a lot with that match at WrestleMania. And I'd love to see it at TLC, but again, I think that's really too soon. I think they shouldn't be doing the Shield reunion this soon. Again, like what Secret Detective just said in the chat, they really just want to push it out of the way so that they can get over with to getting Roman over and getting that stupid coronation Brock Lesnar match at WrestleMania 34. They can't go that direction. Honestly, if they could sit there and sit back and say, okay, what is the smarter idea here? They would pick the Shield versus the club. I think that's a way, way better scenario and a way better match I would love to see at WrestleMania 34, especially because me and Corporate Cab are actually going next year. I'd rather much see that at the end of you couldn't even be in the main event. It could be somewhere else. I'd rather see that at WrestleMania than the rumored main event of Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. It just makes more sense, and you can build more of a story with it, and it's more of a WrestleMania type match because Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, yes, it's WrestleMania quality, but we've already fucking seen it, and we don't want to see it again. It'll be the most predictable thing in the world because you're having Roman win this match. There's no way Brock Lesnar is going to win this match going to WrestleMania 34. Like, absolutely not. You're really going to give the fans that much of a predictable match, aren't you? It's insane. Really, really insane. So we'll see what happens. And we got Secret Type saying that turn Finn heel and put the club with them. Do a Balor Club versus Shield. Yeah, I think either one can go heel in this case. So if they're doing a Shield reunion at TLC versus the Miztourage is like the worst idea imaginable. It doesn't do anything for the pay-per-view, and it's a waste of a Shiled reunion. If they want to fucking do it right, do the Shiled versus the Balor Club at WrestleMania 34. There you go. You got your WrestleMania type match, and you can build it from Royal Rumble all the way up till then if you really wanted to. But that is going to do it, guys. That is all the news I have this week. Again, like I said, there's not a lot of news this week, and I really wanted to get more to you guys, but again, nothing came out. And yeah, so other than that, that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. And guys, make sure you tune into the channel. We got lots of content actually coming this week starting tomorrow. We have a couple unboxing videos. We unboxed some WWE trading cards. We have a new trailer for the Main Event Classic, which is coming to you guys, brought to you by 2K18 and us. It's going to be like, basically, if you want to know what it is a simulation tournament. Me and myself and Corporate Capping are going to be doing commentary for it. And it's going to be like the Cruiserweight Classic and the Mae Young Classic, and we picked all main event level superstars, and there's actually 32 of them. So I'm still working on a bracketology kind of episode, so you guys can see the brackets. I'm still working on that, and we'll get released that out to you guys soon, so stay tuned and keep an eye on Twitter for that. But lots of content coming to the channel this week, guys. You don't want to miss that. And make sure you go follow us on Twitter at NoHoldsBarredWP. You also want to follow myself at Real Kyle Master or my corporate co-host at Corporate Cappy on Twitter. Make sure you go subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/NHBWR, right here live on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon for all upload updates. If you want to listen to us on the go, we're available for you on Spreaker, iTunes, and Stitcher. Make sure you give us a 5-star rating. Everything helps, ladies and gentlemen. Other than that, I'm your host, as always, the self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters. Thanks for watching or listening to the Sunday Night Heat, the WWE News and Rumor Show, right here on No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast, your WWE Canadian podcast that talks about the WWE and No Holds Barred, and anything we say, pun intended. That's going to wrap it up, guys. I'll see you next time.